Welcome back to Birth Me Code. Now last time we hit another dead end. I think I'm just gonna wipe that. And yeah, we hit this dead end, Merciless. Which was quite the dead end. I'm gonna say. Let's just say to recap, we were going to go into a room with Superbia and Lux. They both disappeared. So we went looking for them. We went to the trial room, essentially, where we had just figured out how to disassemble the guns. And the guns were there, but they weren't, like some kind of optical illusion. Which... question mark? Then we went further down the line, then we actually got shot. And the last thing we saw was what appeared to be Superbia and Ira. And it's been hinted before, namely when we hacked Ira's helmet, that they are obviously in a relationship. Not a very good one, but he's more than willing to do whatever she wants. And she's more than willing to use his brawn to whatever end. So, the impasse we seem to be building towards is, can we convince her to kill off Ira? Or can we maybe take her out instead? I think that's going to be the split here, but we will see. So, the current plan of action... yeah, I picked up a new... I think we're going to take... yeah, we can flip this around. I have a feeling once we load into here, we're just going to skip this puzzle entirely. I'm going to get the last trust option, which was talking to Tristia. And as far as a second choice... yeah, I think we're just going to jump into here, get the last trust choice, so we can manipulate both of these. We're going to... I believe the last choice was to hack Lux, to spy on Lux and Gula here. We're going to do that, then we're going to see how the first vote plays out. If that gets us into a new path, then yay. If it doesn't, then we reset and try again. Let's do it. Alright, we are going to meet with Tristitia first. Superbia had already been in the process of introducing herself to Tristitia when Ancora joined the group. Superbia, yes. And this is our resident smarty pants, Ancora. Smarty pants, huh? Well, I'm Tristitia, which is kind of a mouthful, so I'm thinking we should go with better nicknames sometime. Yeah, sure, we can talk about that later, I guess, like after the universe ends. I don't have any intention of staying here with this bunch of losers any more than necessary. You included in that, sorry not sorry. Iris snickered a little from the side, yet none of this was flustering Tristitia. Is that your best effort? I've heard plenty of it over the years. But back to the introductions. That snickering guy is... I can introduce myself, Barrel Boy. You heard the man, go talk to him, I guess. There's not really a lot of stuff to say right now. And besides, I gotta think of better nicknames. For me, how about Queen? If you could start groveling right now, that would be great. Thanks. Justicia slapped the back of his hand into the air, as if sending her away. Get out of here. Big on thought. flowchart raid, Superbia didn't need to be told twice to vacate his area. Is she always like this? You guys escaped with her, right? You sure you couldn't have let her take a guess for the answer first? Ah, that was my fault then. I gave the answer, so... Don't worry over it. Either way, I'm going to gather the others. Lumbering Boy went to fetch the others, still talking together. Between Ira and Tristia, there was a complete contrast. Not just physically, but mentally, too. Probably about time to share information now. We're still lacking one team. After everyone introduced themselves to each other, the group took a few moments to sort everything out. And I think we're moving on. Yep. Actually, I think our remaining choice here is to go to help Ira. So Ira's helping Superbia up, so let's go help him. Superbia was holding her head, muttering profanities while trembling. And Cora understood what happened very quickly after looking at the doorway and noted Superbia's height. It looks like she hit her helmet's ear on the doorway. Yeah, first time through we talked to Lux because... protect the small child. Second time we talked to Nvidia, and Nvidia went on a rant about not trusting anyone. Third time, we'll help these two fools. Serves her right. Yeah, I'm fine. This, Pandora's a total dumbass for giving me that helmet. I'm already tall, I don't need even more height, especially if I can't see the damn things. That's good then. You're okay. Huh, you think I need your pity? I think you're just trying to be nice. Yeah, right. Girl, listen, in here, there are no allies, so him being nice doesn't amount to much. The rabbit shrugged, one hand still holding the helmet. And it won't make this fucking helmet stop vibrating so hard anyway. Vibrating? And Cora and Ira stared at each other. Yeah, like it's resonating. Holy shit, just get this noise! It's finally slowing down. The rabbit took a few uneasy steps before setting straight again. Just as though nothing happened, she walked back forward with the other students. Once Superbia had rejoined the group, the helmet shut down. Fair enough. Trust. Trust for the boy. Okay, we've hacked Ira. Ira feels like the right answer for accomplishing the goal of taking away Superbia's support structure. We haven't hacked Lux yet, so let's hack Lux. Wait, what is this? There's nothing. But our helmets share the same frequency. I made absolutely sure to check. There's not much I can do about it right now. I have no idea why this is happening. Maybe there's an error in the program, or I'm just missing something vital somehow. It should normally immediately boot. All I can do is pick another helmet to hack for now. For now I'll be hacking... Whoa! Huh? Just curious. Just going to cycle through the... Oh. There's nothing. Hang on a sec. Ahem. Apologies for that. That could have been me being dumb, but that was also something rather odd in behavior. I was fooling around with this off-screen. We're gonna go forward with Ira. As you can see, because I already locked in this. Yeah, this is... whether it's trust level, since in this particular case I don't have any trust level with Lux, but no hacking. wonder if we had tried to hack Ava with no trust, we would have... I don't know. But we're going with Ira. And we're gonna roll to the trial and see what happens. Just wanted to report that. And we'll proceed. I still find this interesting as a second directive. And also, I'm probably pausing the recording in the middle of me saying things. Which, I apologize for that if that is what happened. Find it from a Superbia hack. Which is an interesting comment, since it's literally what we're about to do. A Superbia hack. Voting time! We still have to decide over who we're voting for, right? I think we should talk about it quickly then. We don't have a lot of time. I think Cora is the mastermind. Let's vote for her. I guess I'm in. Of course you are. Loath as I am to admit it, I hold no objections. Wait, that's way too hasty. Now, where are our trust levels at? We have a lot of Ira trust this time, inadvertently gathered. Where's that coming from? I don't think the mastermind is Cora. Sounds a little too quick for me, too. Is it because her name doesn't fit with the sins? Do you have another option, then? If not, we'll vote for the most suspicious one, and that right now is totally Cora. She's way too good with the puzzle we had to do, and her name basically screams Pandora. Something like that, I guess. I am none too bothered over my vote unless your common opinion aims the proverbial firearm at my own self. You guys really should care more, because the faster the real mastermind dies, the earlier we're out of here. Besides, none of this really makes her the mastermind, does it? Yeah, we're only two who think that way. What about the others? Ava, Lux? We don't have any other choice. It's gotta be her, right? Who else could it be among all of us? I'm not sure about my vote just yet, but I'll go with what the majority decides. It could be any of us. But first I'd like to hear out what Cora has to say about it. They're all latching on to the first option that saves them personally. How despicably self-centered. Cora had to think fast. She hated stressful situations, but she had no choice now. So far, it looked like everyone except Invidia and Tristia were going to vote for her. She just needed to tip the balance to convince at least two of the others to vote for someone else. Was there anything she could say in her defense while putting the blame onto someone else? I guess this will all depend on what I've seen and learned so far. Don't you guys think it's weird how Bia is taking the lead and trying to steer you? Explain your reasoning. Looking to kill the real Pandora, right? She was all on board about treating the previous death as Pandora, but now she's trying to have me killed. I'm not Pandora, anyway. You can say whatever you want. Need I remind you that you're the most suspicious one in here? You already said your reasoning. Can you elaborate a bit? I'm not an idiot, so I noticed your name was weird. It sounds like Pandora, for one, but it's also not a deadly sin. And also, you haven't been exploring with the others earlier. I saw you hanging around by the bathrooms. It's like you don't need to do it because you know everything already. Refuting those points quickly is mandatory. There's only so little time, though. And... uh-oh. She didn't have much to put together at all. This may be the dead end. And as such, every shotgun fired, leading to all of their deaths. Well, that was a mess. I guess pointing the finger blindly isn't going to be helpful. There's no point in worrying over it now, since everyone's dead. Without a lead, I need to get someone's trust. Invidia seemed like the most promising person to help. Maybe, if I could try again, maybe things wouldn't go this badly. We need a plan going forward. I think my first experiment is going to be see, the thing I like about this compared to your zero escape style flowcharting, that like the answer isn't obvious in the slightest. The answer is in no way obvious. So we'll gain NVIDIA's trust. Now here, I'm not sure what to do. Lux trust. And let's do Avaricia. So next, now if we do Lux, oh, just jumping right back in. Now I locked in the choice, so I'll be hacking. Oh, I get to choose again. Is this still locked? What is this? It's nothing. Curious. Very curious. I'm curious to see if like it literally, the ending seemed to be guiding us through a progression where we got close to NVIDIA and then he sacrificed himself for us, and that opened up new choices. So are we just going to go through those and see what we can get out of that? That might be our only option at this point. Now, more timeline shenanigans. If we back out of this, we see everything ahead of us. We start setting our choices. Talk more with NVIDIA. Let's hang with Avaricia. Trust to talk to Gula. Now, this is where things start to get interesting. If we speak with NVIDIA twice, notice we get locked into metastasis. But everything still remains open. If we go in here. Oh shit, no. So I think we're actually going to take this opportunity to jump to here and explore some more. And Cora found the others as they were caught in a rather heated debate amongst themselves. No way am I going in with anybody here. Now that I know you're all loons like Vidi, I can't take any chances for myself. Is this cacophony related to what he was trying to tell you before dying? No. I just don't give a shit about any of you. Should you pursue this unreasonable course of action, I suggest we remove you from the group promptly and set you aside, outside of the rooms we shall begin investigating, without a me card for the subsequent voting session. You guys can't vote without me anyway, so you'll have to hand him one over sooner or later. Ira's fists were closed in anger. Looking at the others, Ancora realized she had to do something, or else a fight was going to break out. In order to mediate the group, Ancora... Let's bond. Guys, please, I'm sure she's just distressed because of what happened. You know, dead body. Tristitia turned to look at her and address her point. Hey, Cora. Look, stay out of this. I appreciate your input, but she's been like this for 5 minutes at least now. And we don't have the time. The clock showed 2 hours and 10 minutes had gone by. With the puzzle rooms to solve, that would be around 2 hours and 50 minutes, leaving only 10 minutes to decide on who will be voted out next. The logic didn't elude Ancora. Okay, well, in that case, how about this? Lux and I want to look at the machine a little bit more, but we'll be quick. We'll take Bia with us, okay? I can take what she can dish. The girl's proposition went rather flawlessly. The entire group was glad to not have to deal with Superbia anymore, so they didn't have any issues pawning her off to Ancora. Only Ira didn't change his stance for a few moments before he reluctantly agreed to it. Very well then. I'll be going with Ira. And Ula will be going with Ava. Now to that... Yeah, that gave us some rabbit trust. Okay. Let's take the gun. What could go wrong? Wait, what? Rising back up, Ancora reached both hands forward, grabbing the shotgun. She took it off its stand and held it in both hands. One on the trigger and one the other under the barrels. Cora, what the hell did you do? Don't mind, ooh. Mystery trust. What is that? Superbia kept her distance to watch Cora in light apprehension. Or perhaps envy, or maybe even disgust. The fact remained that Ancora now had a gun. Ancora's got a gun. Luxuria glanced over and recoiled in panic. Cora! Don't tell me you're going to... Ancora shook her head. Don't worry. We didn't have any trust with you anyways. No, I'm just keeping it for protection. I don't want to shoot anybody. That's reassuring. It didn't feel too reassuring, but Ancora didn't feel like she had to explain herself any further. She's actually eager to move on from the voting stand, since the boxes could be opened if the person in question died. The last thing I'd want is for anyone else to grab one of these shotguns, even if they aren't loaded. Unsurprisingly, the two girls followed without any fuss. Much like Ancora, they were in a hurry to move away from where the instruments of death were being held. Ooh. A peculiar question, which is... who are we gonna shoot? Well, let's shoot Gula this time. I'd probably go for Gula. Her speech is far too distinguished not to be a sign of her involvement. Those words caused a moment of silence between the girls. It was as if the two others were considering it, until Superbia shrugged, as if it didn't matter to her. But you're right either way. Regardless of who you'd shoot, the guns aren't loaded. Let's just get a move on. Did that give us Gula trust? It did. She's at 66% now. The heck? Fair enough. Rabbit-themed girl gave a nod towards the open hallway. Cora stared at Luxuria, who said nothing, though she averted her gaze. Following up with their marching order from before, and Cora took the lead. And this should be the same ending. Let's just jump right to the first hallway. Oh, hey. No one... If she didn't... This is different. Cora figured they might have further split up, so she started investigating. She arrived at her first destination, she saw no one. Puzzled, she waited for a few minutes. If she'd been mistaken, then maybe they would come by sooner or later. Waiting for entirely far too long, and Cora went back to the crossroads. Even her patience had limits, and they had been breached. The timer in her head read a little fewer than 15 minutes remained before the vote. How did so much time pass since? She wasn't sure, but the entire place seemed deserted. Did they already leave? What's going on? Nobody should be able to leave this place right now, so where the heck are they? But her thought process stopped when But her thought process stopped there when she noticed a shadow from behind. She turned around to greet them. But the gunshot that followed silenced her, just as she barely caught a glimpse of that shadow. It was not one, but two shadows, one wielding a shotgun, both of them somewhat tall. Everything disappeared from Ancora's vision, despite the shotguns not being loaded. Something still happened as a result of their use, but her mind was far from that now. And finally, everything went absolutely black. Wonder whose shadows those were. The most possible explanation would be Luxuria and Superbia's shadows, but there are two problems with that. The first problem is obviously that both shadows were somewhat tall. That excludes Luxuria from having taken part in it, unless her shadow magically grows taller than most others. The second problem is the shotgun. Nobody taught them how to remove it, unless one of them spied it while it was happening. Once again, Luxuria is too short to have done that without being noticed. Superbia was definitely one of the two of them, though. That means Superbia took the shotgun. But the shotgun was still there. For some reason, all the shotguns were there, even if any attempt at contact with them failed. We didn't go to the voting. As for the second shadow, don't know whose it is. Can only guess. We didn't go to the voting this time, though. It was a little shapely, a little defined, like muscles, so maybe it was Ira. Maybe his presence there caused this to happen, in which case he should have been removed. If I had another chance, I'd tell myself to watch out for Ira, to focus on Ira. Without Ira, Superbia probably would be as defenseless as a little bunny. Looking at the consoles too closely had been a mistake, too. I still can't wrap my head around the state of those shotguns. Something strange is going on here. Not that it matters to me anymore. Near endless darkness awaits. But the box remained shut. I'm curious. That does give us mystery points. That is also a unique decision. So who do we shoot? Who do we side with? And do we take the gun or not? Okay, so our next move, I think next we're gonna just see these other two outcomes. And then we'll start trying to put the pieces together to get onto a better path. Alright, you know what time it is. Ancora bitched out Superbia. What the hell is going on here? Are you guys fighting at this time? Bia, seriously, you should hold off. We don't have the time for this kind of thing. Shut up, idiot! Don't get caught up into this or you're gonna eat the back of my hand. No, we really do not have the time, so you have to settle for now. Bitch at us after we're free from this hellhole. The rest of the people had gone silent at their altercation. Even Superbia understood what Ancora meant after a while, and she relented, making a movement of her hand as if to dismiss this entire conversation altogether. Okay, thanks. I think you're best going with Lux and me. Whatever, I don't care. Guess I'll tag along. Girl's proposition went rather flawlessly. The entire group was glad to not have to deal with Superbia anymore, so they didn't have any issue pawning her off to Ancora. That did give us Tristia points. Interestingly. Huh. Fair. Only, yep. Moving right along. We are going to take the gun. And Cora reached both hands forward, grabbing the shotgun. He took it off its stand and held it in both hands, one on the trigger and the other under the barrels. Cora, what the hell did you do? Suburbia kept her distance to watch Cora in light apprehension, or perhaps envy, or maybe even disgust. The fact remained that Cora now had a gun. Luxuria glanced over and recoiled in panic. Cora, don't tell me you're going to... And Cora shook her head. No, I'm just keeping it for protection. Looks like the symbols on the gun hexagons line up with the symbols on the front of our faces. I don't want to shoot anybody. Oh, that's reassuring. I trust you, Cora. Not gonna lie, I would have been shocked if that, like, cost us one level of Lux trust. Alright, who are we gonna shoot? Let's shoot Ira. And doom ourselves. Maybe Ira. He's the headstrong type, right? I don't know if I can trust him to do something smart later. He's got the brawn, but without the brain, that might go bad for us. I guess that makes sense, but you don't have to talk as if he doesn't have his uses. The girl flicked her wrist in slight annoyance. Mentioning him got a tiny rise out of her, huh? But you're right either way. You got 99%, Ira. Regardless of who you'd shoot, the guns aren't loaded. Let's just get a move on. It does make sense that they'd go get the other gun. And just kinda... and have enough sense to figure out that if I plug it into your face and pull the trigger, your mask kills the shit out of you. Okay. Let's see if this changes anything in the outcome. Actually, let's see if this changes the voting machine outcome. Her steps brought her to the mechanisms they had inspected earlier. There was no trace of anybody or anything at all. Although, I did talk about the not going to the voting machines at all, but maybe I just skipped over some flavor text where we check the voting machines. But still, this is the choice where we observe that the guns were going haywire. That's right, something was wrong. She didn't expect to necessarily find anyone here, but as she approached the shotguns to examine the ninth one, something was amiss. The shotgun was there, of course, yet her hand was going through it, unable to touch it or pick it up. The same was happening to Invidia's shotgun. She could touch the symbol plates, but not the firearms. Huh? It's there, but I can't touch it. What is this? What does this mean? I definitely could touch it earlier. A ghost? Can't touch it. Hand going through it. That's a sign of a ghost, isn't it? No, that doesn't make any sense. It seems like a slight variation for us having the other gun. Cora was scared by what she was witnessing. Scared enough to leave the area back to the staircase. She waited there a few minutes to try and figure out where Luxuria and Superbia had gone, but they never appeared. Oh? Instead she went into the first hallway, deciding they must have been there. There wasn't anyone. The girl tried to process just how that was possible. She'd explored every possible area of the wing and the crossroads. But now the timer showed there were only 10 minutes remaining. Groups would begin to emerge from their rooms soon. There's no time to lose. Where are you? So to answer, a loud gunshot echoed in the hallway. It came from behind. Now that's weird. Cora fell to the ground after that, body flopping over like a marionette with its strings cut. Now that's a weird variation. This one came from behind. It had to have been a real bullet of some kind. The variation when we don't go to the voting machines, we get a symbol. It specifically mentions that the mask did the rest. Cora fell to the ground after that, body flopping over like a marionette with its strings cut. Before her vision had cut, she almost saw what the figure looked like. It was not alone. There were two of them. Finally, everything went absolutely black. I wonder whose shadows those were. The most possible explanation would be Luxuria and Superbia's shadows, but there are two problems with that. You see this? That was weird. No explanation for that. Second shot, I don't know whose it is. I can only guess. It's a little shapely, a little fine, with muscles, so maybe. Maybe it was Ira. Maybe his presence caused this to happen. In which case he should have been removed. Watch out for Ira. Focus on Ira. Without Ira, Superbia probably would be as defenseless as a little bunny. Looking at the consoles too closely had been a mistake, too. I still can't wrap my head around the state of the shotguns. Nothing strange is going on here. Not that it matters to me anymore. Near endless darkness awaits. Okay, we've died a bunch in the first 35 minutes of this video. Now it's time to hopefully make some real progress. Put a new bullet in here. So I don't know if erasing a save erases our flowchart progress. So, Superbia. Ira. Gula, why not? Well, Ira. Hello. So we focused on Ira, and we hacked Ira's helmet. Okay, we can't do that. Dead end. Hack Ira's helmet. Now, let's get into it. Let's just skip ahead to the trial start. I think Cora is the mastermind. Let's vote for her. I guess I'm in. Loath as I am to admit it, I hold no objections. Wait, that's way too hasty. Where's that coming from? I don't think the mastermind is Cora. Sounds a little too quick to me, too. Because her name doesn't fit with the sins. Do you have another option, then? If not, we'll vote for the most suspicious one, and that right now is totally Cora. She's way too good with the puzzle we had to do, and her name basically screams Pandora. Something like that, I guess. I am none too bothered over my vote unless your common opinion aims the proverbial firearm at my own self. You guys really should care more, because the faster the real mastermind dies, the earlier we're out of here. Besides, none of this really makes her the mastermind, does it? Yeah, we're only two who think that way. What about the others? Ava, Lux? We don't have any other choice. It's gotta be her, right? Who else could it be among all of us? I'm not sure about my vote just yet, but I'll go with what the majority decides. Yeah, I just can't get the thought out of my head. At how neat that was, how each bad ending had a hint. Like, the worst ending tells you need to make a friend. Nvidia seems like a good ally, so we ally with Nvidia. We get the ending where he sacrifices himself. And then that goes poorly. And then the last lingering thought of that outcome is, Ira, focus on Ira, so everything focused on Ira, and now we're here. It could be any of us, but first I'd like to hear out what Cora has to say about it. They're all latching onto the first option that saves them personally. How despicably self-centered. And Cora had to think fast. She hated stressful situations, but she had no choice now. So far, it looked like everyone except Nvidia and Tristia were going to vote for her. She needed to tip the balance to convince at least 2 of the others to vote for someone else. Was there anything she could say in her defense while putting the blame onto someone else? I guess this will all depend on what I've seen and learned so far. Don't you guys think it's weird how Bia is taking the lead and trying to steer you? Explain your reasoning. You're looking to kill the real Pandora, right? She was all on board about treating the previous death as Pandora, but now she's trying to have me killed. I'm not Pandora, anyway. You can say whatever you want. Need I remind you that you're the most suspicious one in here? You already said your reasoning, but can you elaborate a bit? I'm not an idiot, so I noticed your name was weird. It sounds like Pandora, for one, but it's also not a deadly sin. And also, you haven't been exploring with the others earlier. I saw you hanging around by the bathrooms. It's like you don't need to do it, because you know everything already. Refuting these points quickly is mandatory. There's only so little time, though. And Cora took a deep breath. There wasn't much time to say everything she wanted to say, and any wrong step could spell her doom. Pandora could have taken anyone's name, which includes you two, so why am I the most suspicious? Before you answer that, consider this. How did you come to the conclusion that your name is actually Superbia? There was the paper in our room, and we clearly had the answer right to escape the room. And no way! The answer we had to yell wasn't our names. It was the link all of us shared. In other words, my emptiness. She's right. We knew these names because we all remembered them, not because we read them on paper. I suppose it is misguided on Bia's part. However, my suspicions situate themselves on Cora regardless, given the other accusations. Her name is still whack and sounds like Pandora anyway. Remove the P, change the D into a C, and there you go. And Cora. Though it is not as if she chose it. Much like you, she has amnesia. However, I assume the mastermind is faking it. Be that as it may, well, perhaps. Seems like we're making some kind of headway. Avarisha is giving them a little bit too much to think about, but hopefully nobody is going to notice the hint she just gave them all. See? The name means nothing. Why would I pick the name, though? It'd make me look suspicious. Let's say you're right, and the mastermind made sure that the 9th person died to take their name. What's a safer bet to not be found out? The strange name, or one of those conforming to the model? Likely speaking, I think you'd pick the name conforming to the model to blend in, but that's if your goal is to not be found out. And again, I don't know what kind of goal would have you want to be found out. What is our goal here? Among us, we have to kill the real face of me. It wouldn't be much of a game if it was so easy we'd find Pandora in the first vote without any kind of clue other than guesswork. Don't tell me you're all buying this. Reverse psychology might have a good chance in swaying their opinions. Look, you've been a huge bitch to everyone. I don't see why I should follow you more than Cora. It's true the name and Cora doesn't fit with the rest, but... Word. I personally would rather just vote out the issues in the group first, and you're pretty high on the list right now. I'm still not entirely convinced, though. There is logic to what you are ascertaining. Oh, we still need more information. Until then, we don't have a choice. Avrisha is remaining silent. I think she's considering what's been said so far. Maybe she's been swayed already, which means only one more needs to be convinced. Instead of looking at what's most suspicious, you should turn the chessboard over and think like Pandora. For example, what wrongful assumptions could we have made about her? She said she's among us, but she could be lying. I don't see why she'd want to put herself in danger. Also, Pandora being a girl's name is dangerous to assume, too. Most likely scenario is that Pandora isn't a girl, but instead a boy, and we've been misguided from the start. Oh, you see her setting us up? She does bring a good point with this. Pandora always felt like a girl due to that name, but it's possible she's a guy pretending to be a girl. That's if we think they would be much less suspicious that way. Yeah. Huh. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but we're really out of time soon. I doubt Vidi or Trist would be Pandora. You're both smart enough that it would seem too likely. The only viable culprit for the least likely possibility is Ira. Hello. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? Fuck off, Ava. He's stupid, but he's not Pandora. Stupid, huh? Please don't insult each other. This isn't going anywhere. Maybe Cora's right. I'm just saying it how it is, and I already know he's a bit of a dunce. Just a little bit more, and we'll get it. Ira seems to be getting very angry, and Lux is getting on the train. Time to drop the bomb and secure this outcome. How do you know all that about him? You two seem really familiar with each other. Hey, it's almost like you've got a relationship together. Something you don't want us to find out. That's a complete lie. Bia. No, shut up. I won't have any of it. This is stupid. You can either vote with me or die like everyone else because you'll be dead wrong. Cora is grasping at straws. Is that why you're suddenly way nervous about it? You're a bad liar, Bia. Is that the truth, then? Speak up, Bunny. Bit delayed by phone call, so give you a minute to adjust. Is that the truth, then? Speak up, Bunny. That's not the truth at all. Just a stupid lie. Bia. Shut up. Say nothing, you imbecile. You're dumb if you think. Bia, you... Oh, bumped the mic, sorry. Okay, so let's assume we do... what then? What does it matter? Uh-oh, Ira's turning. Is that gonna turn us into the mastermind or something? Bia, we should tell them. No, stop talking. The only reason why you're not a barefoot hobo is me, so you're gonna listen. At that point, Ira closed his hands in fists and punched against the console, causing Superbia to shut up after releasing a small cry of surprise. No, you shut up! You treat me like shit all the time! It's poor Ira this, poor Ira that, and you think you can act like you do because you're rich! Hell yeah! I don't need your pity, I don't need your money! Look, before this starts degenerating, yeah, we're dating. And not only are we dating, I can assure you that she's the real deal. She's not an imposter. I know her well enough for that. She's like this all the time. But me? I'm an accomplice. What are you saying? Just vote for Cora. No, I'm not voting for Cora. I'm voting for myself. Oh, you're an accomplice? Ira went against Superbia, which clearly was making her increasingly angry as the seconds passed. I'm an accomplice, so vote for me. All of you vote for me. It's a better future than living it out with you like this. Consider this my personal choice, my decision. That's kind of unexpected, honestly. Couldn't they just, break up? No, you're not. I'm not voting for your dumbass self. I'm just what? No, Bia, you're just mad because this is my choice. That's been my crime, anyways. My crime is that I'm an accomplice to all the bad shit that's going on here. I won't let you kill Cora, too. For the first time, Superbia seemed to be at a loss for words. His tone had definitely changed. Well, he wasn't even stuttering anymore. No one else dared interrupt their discussion. How can you say that? I've never. I can say it because I'm tired of it. Maybe you'll be less of a sad sack in the future. I'd rather die and teach you that life is shit when you're alone. Wow. I'd rather die than vote for someone who doesn't deserve it, Bia. This is what I can do. This is all I can do in defiance. Wow. Superbia smashed her fist against the button to vote, her hand trembling for a few moments. To anyone who stared at her, it was clear her ego had taken a decent blow. You did this to yourself, Ira. Fucking idiot. You won't make me feel bad over it. We'll see about that after I'm dead. And for everybody else, I'll see you in the afterlife. Our lives being toyed with like this. Just what we deserve, isn't it? I won't stand for it. Still, you'd be dead now. Ooh. Find that asshole and kill them. That is my wish. Calmly, Ira pushed the button. From Cora's view, it wasn't clear who he voted for, but from his tone, it had been crystal clear. He voted for himself. Silence settled in until everyone realized they only had a few seconds to spare before the shotguns were going to fire. Immediately, everyone voted. Typical Sigma fashion. Seems like they're voting for Ira. Nvidia, Tristitia, and Superbia probably voted for him just now. With their votes, that's 4. This is going to be a majority vote. Well, I don't know if he was the traitor, but he didn't feel like it. Time to vote. What it'll matter. Sorry, Ira, but I can't let your wish come true. Huh. Your wish come true to catch the mastermind. Fair. The screens above the voting console settled onto Ira's symbol. It was clear what was to follow. It was his execution. Every shotgun but the victims released their hold, leaving the participants to witness the macabre outcome. It took only a moment for the gunshot to come. It sounded like it had shot Ira at point-blank range, but in reality there were no bullet holes in the helmet he wore. Time slowed down. Eventually everything froze. Lion eating the sun. Hello, Zero Time to... Hello, Verger's Last Reward reference. What is this? Hello? Who are you? I don't know. Some say my name is Pandora. Hello then, Pandora. I think I'm dead. Are you sure? You don't look dead to me. I can't move. I mean, I can, but it's strange. Is what's moving just my mind? I guess you're dead then. But death is fine, too. Yeah. Now that you mention it, I guess so. It's kind of hard to make out who's talking. It feels like when you talk, I'm talking too. What does it mean? Maybe you're a part of me now, because I remember you. Is that so? What kind of person was I? You were an idiot. A strong body but a weak mind. You let someone control you. Your aspirations were weak. All that was on your mind was the person who tortured you. You helped them do something horrible, didn't you? I remember now. You're right, I was an idiot. I didn't choose to be 4. It just happened like that. Alone with Mom. No more income. I had to stay strong for the family. Then someone came in. A helper. They provided all I needed. They were my light, my only way out. Then it was all ruined. What happened to ruin it? Pride. Stupid pride blinded them. But part of it was my fault, too. I refused to change. A common mistake. I was an accomplice to a crime I hated. Desire blinded me, but I couldn't help it. Chasing after a ghost, that's what life was. At least I did something. Are you sure? No. Maybe this is just me wishing I did. Because if I'd done nothing, why was I alive? It was nothing. It sucked. Do you remember how you died? Huh? Not really, no. Doesn't matter. Yes. It matters because when you died, it was your choice. Even if you say you'd done nothing, you did choose then. No one was controlling you. Not anymore. So I did something. That's good. I just hope when I died, I was doing the right thing. Thankfully, that doesn't matter now. Yeah, it doesn't matter now. Nothing does. Though, before I'm done, I want to know my name. Your name? You don't recall? No, I don't know what it is. You sure? Well, there is something, but I don't know if that's right. What is it? I think it's Marco. Oh, and your surname? I don't know. Can you confirm it? Your name's Alex. Alex Seville. What? I mean, that's weird. That I ended up forgetting my name. Maybe it's Alex. Even that doesn't matter now, though. Dust to dust, ashes to ashes. You've surrendered your right to live. Hello, me. I'll now carry your memory. Thanks. Well, damn. Well, that's done now.